Hey fam, I want you to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Roland S. Martin. And don't forget to turn on your notifications. Now let's talk about Jussie Smollett. His particular case as well. So of course, yesterday, he was charged with a felony when it came to filing a false police report. Now, the folks out of Fox have said that they have written him out of the final episodes of the show Empire as a result of this felony indictment. Let's go to Jolanda Jones. She's an attorney, a defense attorney out of Houston, Texas. Jolanda, have you good to be on the show as well. People, all the criticism continues. I mean, oh my God, the withering criticism, folks making fun, the jokes regarding Jussie Smollett last night on Inside the NBA. Charles Barkley was ripping him left and right, just totally making fun of him. And many people today still are very upset, folks who are gay and lesbian, folks who are African-American, because he said these were racist and homophobic attacks on him. Now we have him being written out of Empire. He has not been fired from the show, but he will not be in the final episodes. Your thoughts on all of this and what's next for Jussie Smollett?
So my thoughts as a criminal defense lawyer, as a black woman, and as a lesbian, I'm really disappointed, Roland, because there's enough actual homophobia and racism against black people that you don't have to make stuff up like that. And it was really positive for we LGBT people to see Jussie Smollett on Empire with a major role, helping people to understand that gay people are regular people too, especially in the black community. So for him to do this, if it's true, is really problematic. It's a felony, right? And he could be potentially charged with obstruction of justice if they found out that he was trying to influence witnesses or get people not to cooperate, or if he deleted things off of his phone, he could be charged with that. He could potentially be charged with a felony, with a federal case, which is mail fraud, which is where you have a scheme to fraud someone and you use the mail to do it. It sounds like that might be the case with the letter that he mailed to himself, if that's true. So I think he set us back. And whenever we make out, I also happen to be a survivor of domestic violence and rape and abuse. And so it's hard as victims to come out. And then I know that they're going to continue to use Jussie to minimize and marginalize people who already have problems with their voices being heard. So I'm extremely
Jolanda, John, I got to ask you this question here. So this was interesting. So yesterday, he returned to the set of Empire. He apologized, according to sources, he apologized to the staff, and he said, you guys know I would not do this. Tyler Perry posted this on his Instagram page where he said, I have personally spoken to Jussie, and he is adamant that he's telling the truth. Also, everyone that I know who knows him says that he is not the kind of person who would make up such a horrible and awful thing. Yet the evidence seems to state otherwise. I'm lost for words. To stoke fears and raise racial tensions is wrong in every situation on all sides. Yet my prayers are still with him and his family and our nation. Can we please stop the hate? I read that proffer, and they from the Cook County State's Attorney's Office, and it is in extreme detail where they talk about conversations, dates, times, phone calls made, length of the phone call as well. So what do you make of, again, him granted innocent to proven guilty, but when you look at that proffer, then you hear him still saying, I didn't do it. What do you think?
Well, I think as a criminal defense lawyer, people think that they've covered their tracks. So I can delete things off of my phone, but if I call someone else, they'll have a record that they called me, right? So I don't have it, but they have it. If I paid with a check, which I heard that he paid with a check, that's easily verifiable. The thing about phones is people don't realize that there is geolocating on the phones. So I can tell where the phone call was made within the cell phone tower. So the evidence is going to be what the evidence is. I think that if Jussie did it, first of all, I think he needs to stop talking. It sounds like he might have a drug problem, potentially an alcohol problem, so he needs to go into treatment. And also, he had prior misdemeanors in 2007, if I remember correctly. And the only thing that's relevant about those, one, is they can use your prior criminal history against you. But he had a DUI, which shows that he was under the influence. But the thing that troubled me the most, and that's going to go directly to his credibility, is that when he was stopped for the DUI, he was charged with giving a false name, specifically his brother's name. So he got charged with that as well. So his credibility is going to be a big issue. And if he gets on the stand and says, I'm honest, believe me, I'm a good person, then cross-examination allows you to bring in things to impeach you. So if I say X and there's evidence out there to show Y that contradicts it, it's going to come in. So I think he needs to just be quiet, let his lawyers do the talking, and he needs to tell them everything that really happened so they can give him the best defense possible. But at the end of the day, I don't think that we're the worst thing that we've ever done. And so I hope if he did do this, that he can, be reborn. He will have learned his lesson. He will have dealt with his demons. And, I'm just really disappointed as a Black woman, lesbian, activist, survivor of rape and domestic violence, that people should not use these tragedies because it hurts us. It's already hard for people to believe us. They don't want to believe it happened. And he set us back. I don't care what anybody says, if what they say is true. So I just think he needs to start making amends, if in fact he has done something, but he needs to talk to his lawyers. He needs to get treatment, and he needs to stop using victims to help himself.
All right, Jolanda Jones, the defense attorney out of Houston. We surely appreciate it. Thank you so very much.
Thanks, Roland.
All right, folks, back to our Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment. All right, folks, let's talk about one of our partners, the folks at D Herbs. And so, of course, the folks at D Herbs partner here with Roland Martin Unfiltered. 2019 is all about folks getting healthy and getting well. I participated in doing their full body cleanse over the course of 20 days, lost about 18 pounds. Many of you out there are looking to increase your energy, but also lose weight and also to live a much healthier life. The D Herbs full body cleanse is a way for you to do that. They have 27 different cleanses that you can take advantage of. I did the 20-day one. Previously had done the 10-day one. And so you can do any one of those. And again, it's about removing toxicity from your body, removing a lot of those processed foods, getting you to eat differently and to also think differently. And so on that 20-day cleanse, I was doing, of course, just vegetables as well as raw fruits and nuts as well. That's the only thing I could actually eat on that cleanse. And so it changes your view of food and how you eat. If you want to try the full body cleanse, do me a favor, go to dherbs.com, and then you can use the promo code Roland in order to try one of their cleanses. And so again, you can also call this number 1-866-4DHERBS, 1-866-4DHERBS. Use the promo code Roland when you do the checkout to participate in taking advantage of the D Herbs full body cleanse. And so we certainly appreciate them being a partner here with Roland Martin Unfiltered. And so we want you to take advantage of that. Now back to your Roland Martin Unfiltered video.